From thetraderguide.com, this is Chris taking a look at the British pound Japanese yen going into the 25th, and you can see the British pound has been very negative against the yen. This is a market that has certainly broken down quite drastically a few times here, but as I pull up the line chart, it should start to become obvious as to where I'm going with this. So you can see that we have formed a couple of three significant lows right around 145 yen. And really at this point, what we have seen is an absolute low here, a return to that, and then a rally again, and it looks like we're trying to do the same thing. So switching back over to candles, I think that there is a certain amount of demand here at 145, and I think this is a bit of a double bottom. In fact, you could, in theory, make an argument for a W pattern here. It's not perfect, but things very rarely are. If they were, we'd all be wealthy. So when I look at this, I think what we're seeing here is the start of a turnaround in the British pound versus the Japanese yen. So you can kind of go in a little bit tighter here, and this is a 4-hour chart. You can see there's a little bit of a gap here. That got filled. So my question is, above 146, is it possible that kicks off the next rally? 146.5, I should say. So I'd be a buyer above that level, and I think it could drive this pair towards 149. I'd have a stop just below 145. Wouldn't necessarily short below there, but I think at this point, if we drop down below, you need to have the market prove itself. Certainly a lot of interest in this pair in this general vicinity, and if the longer term money has its way, we are going to continue to make this market turn back around, that being the lowest low and this being the second low that I put on the daily chart. You can see that you could even make an argument for a slight trend line. I think that might be stretching it a bit, but you could definitely make an argument that we're trying to form something here. So keep in mind that there is a certain amount of political risk when it comes to the British pound because of the Brexit and the Conservatives and Theresa May and everybody else. But over the longer term, I think we have sold off too much. If we can get some type of calming of trade tensions, that could drive this pair higher, just simply because it is so risk sensitive. So I'm paying attention to this pair quite seriously now, and I think breaking above the gap again, maybe clearing it by a few pips or even a dozen pips or so, could bring in fresh money as it would confirm a higher low.